Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into an executive report on a biopharma company that's making serious waves in the autoimmune space, Zenas BioPharma. Ticker symbol ZBIO, their lead drug, Obexelimab, has just produced some truly game-changing results, and we're here to break down what it means for patients, the market, and of course, for investors. Let's start with the big news. In its phase 2 trial for multiple sclerosis, named Moonstone, Obexelimab achieved a stunning 95% reduction in MRI-detected brain lesions within just 12 weeks. Think about that for a moment. This near-complete suppression of lesion activity was already visible by week 8 and held strong through week 12. This isn't just good data, it's one of the most powerful early responses ever seen from a non-depletive B-cell therapy. To top it off, the safety profile was consistent with previous trials, which significantly de-risks the program and has understandably sparked major investor enthusiasm. So what makes Obexelimab so special? It's a bifunctional monoclonal antibody. In simpler terms, it cleverly targets to specific proteins CD19 and FcγRIIb to inhibit the immune system without actually destroying the B cells. This is a crucial distinction. It offers precise control, providing a potentially safer long-term treatment. Unlike some current therapies, its effects are reversible once you stop taking it, which reduces the risk of long-term immune suppression. Plus, it's administered with a convenient subcutaneous injection, which is great for patient adherence. This unique profile places Obexelimab in a sweet spot, balancing the high effectiveness of powerful drugs with the safety of less potent alternatives. It's not about shutting down the immune system, it's about recalibrating it. Now, let's talk about the market. The global market for multiple sclerosis therapies is massive, exceeding $25 billion annually, and it's shifting. The trend is moving away from broad, cell-depleting biologics toward more targeted, selective immunomodulators. Patients are demanding safer chronic therapies that maintain high efficacy while preserving their overall immune function and quality of life. Obexelimab is perfectly aligned with this evolution. If its long-term effectiveness is confirmed, it won't just compete with current bestsellers in MS. It has the potential to expand into other autoimmune diseases like 𝗥4-related disease and lupus. This would create a diversified, multi-billion-dollar growth platform. How does it stack up against the competition? Well, let's compare. The big anti-CD20 drugs like Ocrevus and Kesimpta are very effective, but they work by depleting B cells, which carries long-term infection risks. Then you have the newer oral BTK inhibitors, which are convenient but have shown only moderate results and some safety concerns. S1P modulators like Zeposia are easier to administer but are generally less potent and can have rebound effects when stopped. Obexelimab, on the other hand, is showing near-complete lesion suppression with a reversible and clean safety profile. Its only real drawback right now is the short-term nature of the data and a potentially frequent dosing schedule. But if long-term results confirm these initial findings, Obexelimab could capture a huge slice of the MS biologics market. Even a modest 10% market penetration could translate to $2.5 to $3 billion in annual peak revenue. So what's Zenas' game plan for commercialization? It's likely a two-phase approach. Initially, they'll target patients who aren't responding well to current treatments or are at high risk of infection from existing therapies. This creates a clear entry point. Then, once long-term safety and durability data are in hand, they can push for use in earlier lines of treatment. Given the powerful data, they can likely command premium, value-based pricing tied to outcomes like relapse reduction. For a global rollout, we can expect them to partner with a large pharmaceutical company to leverage an existing sales force and ensure worldwide reach. Let's look at the financials. Zenas is currently pre-revenue, but don't let that fool you. They have a solid capital structure and enough cash to fund operations into 2026. Phase 3 trials for MS are planned to start by 2027, with a potential market entry between 2028 and 2030. While R&D spending will be high, their liquidity risk is well managed for now. Following the phase 10 news, the company's valuation jumped, but there's still significant upside. A base case risk-adjusted valuation model suggests a fair value around $12 to $15 per share. With the stock currently trading around that level, the market seems to be pricing in about half the long-term probability of success. This brings us to the bull and bear cases. In a bull scenario, where efficacy holds up and approval comes by 2029, the success probability jumps to 70%, pushing the fair value into the $20 to $25 range. That's a potential tripling of the stock price within 5 years. The bear case, of course, is that long-term data disappoints, which would drop the valuation down to its cash reserves, around $3 to $4 per share. As for earnings, they're expected to remain negative during these heavy R&D years, but should turn positive around 2029 with initial sales, potentially reaching over $2 per share by 2030. Keep your eyes on a few key catalysts that could dramatically re-rate the stock. First, the 24-week durability data from the Moonstone trial, expected in early 2026. Positive results here could boost the valuation by up to 40%. Next, the initiation of phase 3 trials in 2027, which will de-risk the regulatory path. Then, the first regulatory submission between 2028 and 2029, which is often a trigger point for a partnership or acquisition. Finally, the commercial launch itself. If these milestones are met, Zenas' market cap could grow from roughly $1 billion today to $3 or $4 billion within 5 years, an impressive annualized return of 30 to 35%. Given all this, Zenas BioPharma is a prime acquisition target. Big pharma players like Roche, Bristol Myers Squibb, and Novartis are always hungry for late-stage autoimmune assets, especially differentiated ones like Obexelimab. Any future deal could even include what are called contingent value rights or CVRs, which would give current investors additional upside tied to future milestones. So, to wrap it all up, Zenas BioPharma's Obexelimab has moved from a speculative concept to a validated, innovative therapy. The phase 2 data establishes a clear clinical advantage and massive commercial potential. If the long-term data holds, it could become a foundational treatment for MS and other autoimmune diseases. Based on the clinical momentum, financial stability, and strategic options, our 5-year fair valuation range is between $18 and $25 per share. While risks remain, the asymmetric upside is compelling. We see ZBIO as a validated, mid-cap growth biotech with a de-risked asset and multiple near-term catalysts. It has successfully crossed a major proof-of-concept threshold, and if durability holds, Zenas is poised to become a leader in autoimmune modulation and transformation. That should be mirrored by a major revaluation of its stock. That's all for our deep dive today. This is a fascinating story to watch unfold. If you found this analysis helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next report. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.